A traumatic personal experience prompted our next guest to start Advanced Body Scan. The images are a look inside the body to predict a future heart attack or find cancer long before you even have symptoms. As we know, that early detection can save your life. Steve Marler shared who should make this a part of their yearly checkup and the family history that led him to start Advanced Body Scan. Steve, when you talk about Advanced Body Scan, you talk about it with such passion, and there is a really good reason for that.
There is. Actually, my mother passed away from a late stage cancer diagnosis, and the difficulty of watching her go through not only the surgery but the treatment and then taking several years to die was overwhelming. And there was an emotion I felt that I didn't understand for years, but I realized it was guilt. The guilt of not knowing this technology exists, but yet I didn't do something quicker, that she could have been diagnosed at an earlier stage and possibly survived.
There are a lot of people who share part of that story with you, but they didn't know what to do about it. And anyone can benefit from this scan, but in particular, people with a family history really should take advantage of this.
There's no question, there are some things that affect these illnesses as well, like high blood pressure, heart disease, your lifestyle. But the most important thing is it's genetically inclined diseases. So if you've had it in your family, in direct family, there's a higher probability than most that you're going to have some problem as well.
Yeah, a lot of people rely on feeling something like, well, I don't have any pain, or I'm not fainting and falling out, so why should I go in? There is one person who came in who was in his early 30s. And you would think anyone in their early 30s and also was a picture of health on the outside wasn't necessarily the picture of health on the inside.
I almost didn't get my scan today because I was really scared of the result. The reason I came to get the scan is that I have family history of heart disease. My dad passed away from a heart attack. My grandfather passed away from a heart attack. All of my uncles have had heart attacks on my dad's side of the family. And ultimately, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go from a heart attack. So I was wanting to get in front of this as quickly as possible. I think it's really scary to not know if there's a hidden problem because you're planning for the future, but you don't necessarily know if you have one or how long you have. I'm really glad that I got the scan because they found some things that I need to be worried about in the future that haven't shown any symptoms yet. Today's experience was 100% worth the time and effort. In fact, I'd actually say it was priceless.
His father died at 50, his uncle at 49, both of sudden heart attacks. And so we worked it around with our doc to get him scanned, and sure enough, he had a blockage in his widowmaker at 32 years old. He's got something to do about it now.
And that's something he can do, can actually save his life. This is the machine that we're talking about right here. Explain to people the process, because we'll find any reason why not to go someplace and get a scan. First of all, let's start with those people who feel like there will be claustrophobic. Not going to happen here.
Right, the machine's very narrow. The opening is wide, you never stop. So you're going to go in and out a couple of times, but you're always in motion, so there's never a feeling of claustrophobia. No matter what the people hear, it's really easy to do, and I've never had anyone that says I can't get in that machine.
What is the machine picking up inside our bodies?
So the machine is going to scan all of your major organs on a full body scan. We have different programs for that and different types of scans that we do. But we're looking for early stage cancer and heart disease. And it's very detectable at an early stage. And if you find it early, as you know, we can get it fixed early.
Yeah, so lung cancer and heart disease are the number one and number two killers.
Lung disease and heart disease kill more people than all other diseases combined. And as an example, the tragedy of the pandemic, in 2021, more people died from heart disease and cancer than from the pandemic. Yet the pandemic was worldwide knowledge, everyone knew about it and heard about it. Our mission is to make everyone aware there's another killer happening right now every day, killing more people than the pandemic did, but hardly anyone talks about it.
Yeah, all right, so someone gets the scan, and the scans are sent off to your radiologist, who will be able to read what might be a problem, or the opposite side of that is to say there is no problem.
Best thing is peace of mind. Yeah. And our radiologist reads every report that we do, every scan we do. You're going to get a full radiology report. You're also going to get a calcium score that tells you the number of vessels blockage that you have, if any, in your heart. And then you're also going to consult with one of our medical professionals. The entire scan takes less than 5 minutes.
And then you take that scan, you suggest, combine that with your primary care physician or whoever you go to for your physical, because, not to their fault, they can only go with some information you may give them, maybe some blood work, but now they can complete the picture literally.
Great point. Our medical system has kind of a barrier to entry. We have the greatest doctors, the greatest facilities in the world, but it's difficult to get in. And so unless you have that information, this radiology report is your ticket. If it's a finding there, now you take it, and we advise everyone to show these reports to their doctor or doctors, however many they go see, because that's the information they need to get you into the system to get help.
Yeah, there's a quote from someone I interviewed years ago, and I love what he said: sometimes you don't find a mission finds you.
Correct.
We're glad that this one found you.
Thank you.
Because we can all benefit from that. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.